What's up, everybody, and welcome to this very special episode of the IncntrolGaming podcast. I'm one of your hosts, as usual, Ole, and joining me today, we have a pretty big, full panel, everybody in InCntrl. I've got Michael sitting to my left.
Xbox One guy, what's up? Happy New Year, people. Y'all been waiting, anticipating my return.
Here we go.
Really hyped. And over here, we have Patrick to my right. Patrick.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, we have Alan right at the edge over there.
I'm not going to do what he's doing.
So guys, this is a really special episode. We're doing our personal InCntrl Game of the Year podcast. We've got a bunch of games that we played all through 2017, which we're going to discuss amicably, like as friends and partners.
We're going to keep it simple.
And we're going to whittle down this list to a top 10. And from there, we're going to rank each individual game from 1st to 10th. And this is all going to be super organic, and really, we're just going to kind of talk this out.
About anything.
You're really ready to argue. You're ready to argue. I know
I
you're
already
ready to
have a
argue.
game that's been taken off because, for obvious reasons, I was cheating.
Oh yeah, so just a couple of things I want to stipulate about this Game of the Year podcast. So every single game on this list, at least one of us will have to have played for it to be eligible. And I think pretty much that's the main goal, isn't it?
You have to play.
This is strictly, so there's a couple of games here like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which none of us have played. You know, Michael really wanted that on the list. We have stuff like Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus, that doesn't make the cut because no one played it in the office.
Not because you didn't want to.
Yes,
those
are
because stuff was happening.
Exactly.
Christmas, New Year's, partying. Jokes.
Lots of hangovers.
But we'll catch up to that, don't worry.
So every single game on here has been played by at least one of us. So let's start off. I think to start off, should I just go through every
name the
game
games and let's put them on the list.
Yeah. All right. So the InCntrl Game of the Year nominees: Divinity: Original Sin 2,
Yes, that's obvious.
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5.
We're doing them one by one and then saying list or not list.
I just want to say the whole list first of all, just go through everything. Neo Automata, Super Mario Odyssey, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, Neo, Yakuza 0, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Hellblade, South Park: The Fractured Butthole, I never get tired of saying that, Splatoon 2, Gravity Rush 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, Injustice 2, Fortnite, and Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, which reaches, that's 19 games, right? 19 games. So let's try and cut off a couple of things that we know, guys, aren't automatically gonna be on this list. So what's the first thing we know 100% that we're cutting?
Well, we'll get rid of.
Well, in the top.
I mean, we have 19 right now, so
I
mean, let's
take out
try.
games.
Yeah, let's try take out the weakest game.
Let's get some like a systematic method. So you say, well, let's go.
No, I think we should like try and chop off ones that we don't think really stand a chance. And I can throw a name out there. I know, Patrick, you really love this game. I don't think Ghost Recon Wildlands.
That was never going to make it into top 10.
Yeah.
Ambitious, very ambitious.
Yeah.
I like, how they're going for it, but no.
I think it's also safe to say, like, game shooting paint has got to go. So Splatoon, that just
Hold on. Okay, wait. No, wait. Okay, no. Listen. I'm not saying Splatoon 2 is a guaranteed top 10. I don't think we should cut it straight away. Can we move on to something else?
Okay,
go ahead. I just know what the result is going to be. So
go from the top and then we'll be fair. Because if we're gonna keep
Splatoon won't make it. Let her go.
All right. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Splatoon probably won't make the top 10, but let me just, Splatoon 2 was actually a genuine surprise for me. I don't think it's going to hang with the top 10, but I just want to give a shout out to
highlight in red.
Yeah, fair enough. Splatoon 2.
It's not going to work. It's good.
What's next?
But Ghost Recon, we're saying
Splatoon bang.
No, wait, but Splatoon, I just want to say something about Splatoon because I really enjoyed that game. I really had fun with it.
Okay, you're given 30 seconds to talk about Splatoon, but it's not going to make it.
Fair enough. Splatoon was a really genuine surprise for me. I always liked the look of it on the Wii U. I always liked the paint shooting mechanic and capturing your territory in online versus play. I always wanted to play that, and it's cool that we got that on the Switch. And I think like a really underrated part of that game, I'll just say, is the horde mode. There's a pretty cool horde mode that you can do with friends or just with randoms and stuff, which is pretty dope. Art style is amazing. Paint mechanic is it's so much fun swimming in ink and all that kind of stuff. Choosing different ink. Yeah, does that sound perfect? No. Yeah, you're a kid, you're a squid, basically is my point. Splatoon 2 is dope. Yeah, it probably doesn't reach the top 10. I bet.
Go ahead.
So,
Next game.
Next one.
Shoot 'em.
Ultra Sun and Moon.
I can definitely say it should be on the list, but I like the fact that it brought a new fresh coat of paint to an original formula. But yeah, it won't be on the list.
Remove that.
So we're on 3.
because
You can't keep rehashing the same stuff. Acting like it should be. Oh, that's why. Anyway, no, let me not talk about PUBG.
You haven't played PUBG.
But it's about its effect.
It doesn't matter. You haven't held it. You haven't held
you experience the effect?
Yeah,
Or
did
you
you
saw
experience
the
the effect? Or he won a chicken dinner in his dreams.
I lost
or
so
something,
many
right?
of my donor friends to PUBG. So anyway, let's go.
I also really here's a battle royale game actually that I have actually played. Fortnite Battle Royale, same concept as PUBG, 100 players dropped onto a map, shrinking circle that you have to stay within as the time goes on, and the last man standing wins. If you have a PS4 and you have no access to playing something like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, then this is a perfect like substitute for that. It runs better.
But it's getting cut.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I mean we're cutting it, but what else do you want to talk about?
I don't think.
Oh, okay. You played Neo, right?
I played Neo.
Did Neo come out last year?
Yeah, it did. It came out in March.
Yeah.
I think it was March.
Neo was really good, especially the combat. That had the different stances and especially the monsters that you have to kill. The story completely lost me. I mean, I did play. I read a lot about it, and the combat was really great. So Neo for me is off. I'm highlighting.
Oh
it.
wait. Can we vote on that? What?
I agree.
Oh, you played Neo?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I'm fine. We don't have to cut Neo now. I don't.
And Alan and I
Give
have
Neo
played
some
it,
time.
and Alan agreed with
Okay, look.
I haven't played it.
Should we?
I disagree. We can't cut that yet.
Okay, so let's put a pin in Neo for now.
Yeah, let's get rid of Yakuza.
Yakuza can go.
Absolutely. Wait.
Of course.
No. Hold up. We are
There's
not.
only so many times
No.
you can punch coins out of a man.
No.
That's hard.
We can't just cut Yakuza straight away.
Wait.
Because
What?
no. Hold on. Because I love. Listen, I want to say this to everyone. Every game on this list is amazing. And we're going to have to eventually get like nitpicky and like kind of turn a bit nasty against a lot of these good games, because that's the only way we can come up with the top 10. But Yakuza 0 is my biggest surprise of 2017. I am the last guy who would imagine being put in freaking Tokyo, 1980s Tokyo, small map. It's densely packed, but I wouldn't think that's my kind of game. But the storyline itself is really incredible. Like the fact that it starts off, the whole story revolves around a small piece of land that you have all these Yakuza families fighting over as development of the area. It's during the 80s, like real estate development is really growing big and there's big money involved. And it's a mystery about who owns this small piece of land. Empty lot, shitty little piece, but the amount of blood and tears that are shed.
I think South Park, as great as the three more.
Wait. South Park was cool. It was more South Park. It was more Stick of Truth. It's a great game. I haven't finished
But
it.
up against what's up there?
But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be great. And before you guys even start,
Uncharted out.
Hold on. I want to do I know no one's gonna. I would like this in the top 10.
Wait. Before we continue, is South Park out?
You can cut South Park.
And then there's a
good
pin on Yakuza.
There's a pin on Yakuza.
But that will be
I'll help us out.
tossed aside.
I'll help us out as well, even though I really want this game in the top 10
So
because I
two
think
more.
it's
You got 2 more knockouts?
Two more
beautiful,
knockouts.
majestic, and it's artistic, and it's one of my favorite PlayStation characters to come through. And I know it's Gravity Rush 2.
that's
I absolutely love this game, but I'll be honest, 60% of the way through this game, it kind of broke me down, and it kind of just felt way too stretched out. Like the first Gravity Rush. Yeah, a little bit repetitive and pretty piss poor side quests. If I'm honest, like they weren't all that like interesting. There was some.
So just
cool ones
forcing
here and there.
content.
Yeah, they padded it out, but I love that game, and I'm still gonna
I
finish
hate
it.
to
and
say it.
patch
I hate
also.
to say it, but Gravity Rush might be a casualty, mate.
No, cut it off. You can cut Gravity Rush. But
One more knockout.
I would have it in the top 10.
One more knockout.
I would have it.
One more knockout, and
One
I think
more
I know
knockout.
it.
Injustice
Injustice
2, I don't.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Injustice 2 can't make it into a top
Uncharted.
10.
Why not? Uncharted has to go. I'm sorry.
What, versus
Yeah.
Injustice?
Yeah.
Why?
A DLC versus a new.
Exactly.
Don't
Injustice.
ban-
I would rather-
for a
Okay, go on.
fighting game. Like you get a fighting game. Okay, let's look at the fighting games, right?
Yeah.
We had Street Fighter that came out in 2016, right? And then they
Took
kind
forever
of
to make it an actual
yeah,
finished
they
game.
did the actual Capcom thing where they released half a game. There was no arcade mode. You wait for stuff. Oh yeah. Then you have this is another thing. I think I made a mistake. Tekken should be here. You guys don't represent the fighting community.
Did you play Tekken?
Yes, I played.
Okay, so we can have Tekken.
I beat Gilbert at his house with his best character. I haven't played Tekken since Tekken 5. I have played Tekken. And I'll tell you, Tekken 7 should be there. That is just.
I mean, I agree, but this is what I will say to that. There's Assassin's Creed Origins on this list,
Well,
and wait, hold on. Let me just say this. I'm the only one who's played it, but I'm only about 8-10 hours in, so I don't feel comfortable. Even like it's really good. I'm really enjoying it, but as someone who's only put in 10 hours so far, I
I'll
don't
put
feel.
0 and I'm quite comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, we can cut it.
They
we can
tried to rebound, bro.
I mean, dude,
Okay.
the thing is, if I had played more than the 10 hours, I would be backing this game 100%. Because from what I've experienced in those 10 hours, that year off for Ubisoft has paid off so well. And its conversion into becoming more of an RPG. And it has proper side quests. It has side quests that go on for like an hour and a half.
So everything you're saying is just telling you to take off Uncharted.
No. Uncharted, I have beaten, and that's what I'm saying.
Uncharted was good, but what's
Uncharted
new about
was
it? It was the
great.
same old types of things.
Well, no, that's not necessarily
Like for
true.
me,
But did you play it? though?
These games that I personally will petition for will be things that are like more revolutionary.
But how are we going to end up with 2 fighting games?
Because
Top
one is
10? That's
argue-
too much.
No, I'm
No.
saying we're gonna take. I just mentioned Tekken because
Yeah.
it was really good, guys. Like,
Yeah.
what is that? So I'm
We
not
can
saying-
appreciate it,
But it seems like
Tekken isn't gonna
everybody
be
has
there.
come
It's
to
not
the
gonna be
agreement that it's
Yeah.
either going to be Lost Legacy or Injustice.
Okay, between Injustice, we can agree. Everyone here that it will stay in the top 10, right?
Yeah, because I think
I don't think it'll be high, but
I think that was
I
the
think
best
it's a
fighting
good
game
start.
last year.
Injustice can be in the top 10. DLC.
Don't
should
forget,
that
let
be-
me remind everybody the games that we have left.
Okay.
Divinity, Zelda, Horizon, P5, Nier
Yeah.
Automata, Super Mario Legacy,
Odyssey.
Odyssey, Yakuza, Hellblade, Assassin's Creed Origins,
Injustice.
Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Again, Michael, if I had put 20 hours into Assassin's Creed, I genuinely think I'll be pushing for it over Lost Legacy. The fact of the matter is, I'm uncomfortable.
Something might be stretched out.
Exactly, because I already can tell there's a lot of bloat in this game, but I haven't felt fatigue yet. It's 10 hours. And so I'm uncomfortable, like, fully backing Assassin's Creed in that sense. Uncharted was, like, the greatest hits of every Uncharted game. Complete with like, okay, you're doing it again, but they did the freaking train sequence from Uncharted 2 on PS4 like to another level. I love the dynamic between Chloe and Nadine. I love Chapter 3 where it's this massive, big open world. Yeah, you're in India and you actually get a map with side quests, with side objectives and stuff like that.
Okay,
I really enjoyed that aspect of
we
it.
haven't played Assassin's Creed. You have, so remove Assassin's Creed. So now we're on to 10.
It's cool.
What I want to do here, real quick, since there's 10 games, okay, to avoid the gobble, I pick 5, he picks 5, he picks 5, he picks 5, and we see what 10 what's
And what's like what like all we all have together.
Yeah.
So
And
yes,
that's clear.
this is the top 5.
This
Yeah, so we
is
say
the
top
top
5.
five.
This is not no order.
No order.
Okay.
So top 5, real quick, let's go. No specific order. I'll start. Divinity Original Sin 2. I have to give more games. I mean, I'm playing. Horizon, Zelda, Nier, and no, check out Nier. I really heard of they did to me. But anyway, Nier and Injustice 2. That's my 5.
My 5 would be Horizon, Persona 5, Nier, Super Mario, Yakuza, and did I say Nier?
Yeah.
My 5 would be Horizon, yeah, Nier, P5, Persona, yeah, Yakuza. Gonna throw that in there.
Okay.
And my last one, only because I'm a Naughty Dog fanboy, I'll throw in Lost Legacy.
Okay.
I love the honesty. It's all about honesty, guys. 2018. Alan?
Okay, for me, Divinity, Nier, Zelda, Horizon, and even though I haven't played it, just out of my personal curiosity, I like the way that they played out the story and so on, I would put Hellblade.
Okay. So I think in that sense that we can say Horizon is safe, Divinity is top 5 as well, Nier is top 5.
Yeah.
You wanna make the cut?
So those 3.
Is Persona safe?
Oh, yeah, top 5?
Yes.
Come
yes.
on.
Let's do this.
Yes.
Let's do this.
So we
I got
have-
a new
we have
idea.
some safety.
I know I can come with random stuff, but this is to make it easy, right? Real quick. Let's all save one game.
Save.
You pick one game that you save.
Okay.
Yeah?
So Divinity.
Okay.
Alan, start.
Divinity.
I'm gonna save Nier because
I'm
of the niche.
gonna say Horizon.
I'm going to say Divinity.
But you both can't save the same game,
You
right?
gotta
I
save.
have nothing else I want to say.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's
Yeah.
So if I end up saving something, I don't really.
all right. So let's put those 3 as the 3. Is it 3? So we'll
Yeah.
put Divinity, Horizon, and Nier aside. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh, that's a strong 3.
yeah, it's tough.
Oh, ho, ho.
So let's. So we need to go from. Should we go from
We need
4
to pick
or should
2
we
more
go?
games. We need to pick 2
Should
more
we pick
games.
out the 5? I really think that Yakuza 0 should be in the top 5.
Okay, so what are you nominating to save? Because we need 2 games.
We need 2 left.
Persona 5 and Yakuza 0.
I would agree.
And go into both
Persona
Persona
5?
5
I think
and
we all agree with
Yakuza.
Persona 5.
Persona 5, yeah.
Okay, so basically, can I just suggest we cut out Hellblade?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
From
don't
the
think
top
it's top
5,
five.
yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
Hellblade
fine
is
with
what
that. I'm
We
fine
just
with
need to
that.
decide what is the one that's going to be.
So Hellblade,
Not
I'm
by
fine
it.
with that.
Do we cut out-
Uncharted, I'm fine with it not being in the top 5.
Okay, so Hellblade
That's
and
fine.
Uncharted, we can cut that out.
Yeah.
So now we need 2 more from.
One
This
more.
is tough.
So you might petition for Injustice, he might petition for Yakuza. It's the last spot left.
But this is for position 5.
I'm saying Justice.
1, 2.
You want to save Injustice?
Yeah. I want to save Injustice because it's a fighting game that didn't just go the strong microtransactions route that every other game has gone for. They've come up with a creative system to keep you hooked, and the story in these Injustice games, some of the best, I think the best
Definitely, yeah.
story games you ever play in a fighting game. Their spectrum of what they can do being a fighting game is limited, you know? Other games are you can pick your whole adventure, open worlds, whatever, but in a fighting game, to create that much engagement, I think we need to give them some credit to put them in the top 5.
Yeah, I would agree to have a top 5 as well.
So we're gonna have a fighting game in our top 5 games of the year.
But,
about it,
but I mean,
you see,
but
this is my point.
it's again,
because
is
the game is
it
a sports
because
game or a fighting game, it doesn't mean that it can't be one of the best games that year.
of course not. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
of course
it was
not. But then
really,
you also
really
have
good.
to
Plus,
take.
it's got a huge number of hours. Most fighting games, like, you just finish with each character, small little 2-minute story, and that thing is pretty much done. It's actually got a story.
And
No,
customization.
I won't argue with the fact that it's just a fighting game. I will argue with the fact that it is also the amount of content that deserves to be in a top 5 game of the year. How much content does the fighting game have in comparison to another open world game that you can...
Again,
Well, to argue against
Well,
that,
yeah,
that's
you
a
could
bit
have
of a
fighting
tough
games that
one,
you still have competitions for 5 years later. Marvel vs. Capcom, perfect example. It's not something that you just play that year. It continues, and it has such a huge fan base.
Yeah, and you have your DLC and so
But it
on.
will only continue to work if it's got good structure. If characters are broken and so on, that's a problem. But this is one that's not.
It's a very, very, very good game. You have to look at it in this sense, okay? Like I said, the space at which it has to operate, being a fighting game, it's easy to brush it and say you can't have a fighting game in the top, games of the year.
No. Yeah, that's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that imagine that's what you have to work against to be in the top. But they've done so much, not just based on ratings or whatever, but when you play the game and everything, to enhance from the original Injustice, so it doesn't just feel like a coated game. I will give them one criticism though. The Enchantress. Have you seen Enchantress?
The new one coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like Quan Chi and Ermac.
Spirit mold.
But yeah, anyway, my point is that I think it was a really, really good game. And if all we're gonna have is just open world games, then what happens to these other spaces of games?
Got linear games are like Nier and Persona and stuff. But the thing is, I want to throw a monkey to this wrench because I also haven't brought up Super Mario Odyssey, which for me, no one. The thing is, no one else has played it. But guys, this is where Nintendo's true genius for me was. Not in Zelda. Their true genius was in this fucking game because the amount of like gameplay, the variety that they put into this stuff within 50, I think it's 50, hold on, let me put up, 52 different captures? 52 different captures that you can make with this game with your freaking hat and everything. So yeah, you have 52 different captures, all offering different gameplay scenarios within each hub world, because there's about, I think it's
like
about,
Kirby, right?
Well, but Kirby doesn't allow you to possess like almost everything.
You basically consume them.
But I think it's genius, like what they kind of did, and I think it's hard to say, but I think you guys would really appreciate it if you actually just got to spend some time.
Can I put this out here?
I'm not wedded to Mario being in the top 5. I know it's super personal for me, and I'm like
That's what I was about to say.
Mario is like my favorite like Nintendo property and stuff. I love Mario to death, and I think they pulled it off the park.
Okay, so then what are we gonna pick here? Because we all had a chance to save something.
Yeah.
Okay, and right now we're gonna do the vote real quick.
Okay.
For the last thing, I vote for Injustice.
Justice.
Yeah, I'll work for Injustice.
So we're saying no to the Yakuza, pretty much. But is Injustice winning on the merits of the argument, or am I being outranked here? because outranking
We can't have the one person.
No,
outranking
outranking is not.
So the point is,
Alright, outranking is not right. You meant to win with the argument.
Okay,
right?
yes, okay. My argument.
My argument can pull you in if I talk about Yakuza
Yeah, I
and
was
I
nearly
drag
pulled in.
Patrick
I was
in
nearly pulled
and
in.
stuff. You haven't like completely played Yakuza, right?
No.
I might have been I can bring
You
this
could
guy
have-
to
you
life.
could have-
You switched.
Yeah, and then open it.
I can switch to Injustice. I've been on Yakuza.
No, you didn't
No,
completely
Super
switch. You
Mario.
started defending Super Mario.
So that alone to me tells me that your passion is diluted. So already,
But no,
there's
I know,
one thing that's definitive for you.
And I convinced Patrick to pick Injustice. That means I had a good pitch.
Alright, well, you're leaning more to Injustice.
Yeah, Injustice. You're
Alright.
sorry. You're in red already, actually.
I won't go to bat because
Yeah, but you're already in the red, bro. You focus on that.